You're busy. Meetings, tasks, emails, messages, calendar full, to-do list endless, and somehow, at the end of the week, you've got nothing to show for it. That's not bad luck. That's not poor time management. That's a production line with no quality control. Today, I'm going to show you why most of your work is waste, how to identify the real output, and the protocol to eliminate everything else. Here's the problem. You confuse motion with progress. You think being active means being productive. It doesn't. Henry Ford didn't measure success by how many workers were moving. He measured output per hour. Most of your day is motion. Responding to messages that don't matter, attending meetings that produce no decisions, working on tasks that don't move the needle. You're optimizing for feeling busy instead of producing results. That's the gargalo. You're running a factory at full speed with no finished product leaving the line. High energy input, zero value output. This isn't a time problem. This is a measurement problem. You tell yourself you're productive because you worked 10 hours today. Wrong metric. Ford didn't care how long workers stayed in the factory. He cared about how many cars left the factory. Your brain tricks you into valuing effort over outcome because effort is easier to see. You can feel yourself working. You can't always see the result immediately. So you optimize for the wrong variable. Stop here. Most people measure productivity by how busy they feel. Emails sent, meetings attended, hours logged. None of that matters if you produced nothing of value. The real question: what did you finish? What moved from incomplete to complete? If the answer is nothing, you wasted the day. Doesn't matter how busy you felt. Output is the only measure that matters. You need a forcing function. You need to separate real work from fake work. Real work produces output. Fake work produces activity. Most people spend 80% of their day on fake work and wonder why they're not advancing. Ford revolutionized manufacturing by eliminating wasted motion. Every step had to produce value. Every movement had to contribute to the finished car. You apply the same standard to your work. If it doesn't produce output, it's waste. Step 1. Define your output, not your tasks, your output. What finished product leaves your factory? A completed report, a signed contract, a shipped feature, a finished article. Be specific. Working on the project is not output. Finishing section 3 of the proposal is output. Write it down. One sentence. What will be done that isn't done now? This is your quality control checkpoint. Step 2. Identify the critical path. Ford didn't let workers decide what to do next. He designed the sequence. You do the same. What is the smallest set of actions required to produce your output? Nothing else. Not good-to-have tasks. Not maybe helpful activities. Only the critical path. Most people add 10 unnecessary steps because they can't separate essential from optional. Cut the optional. If it's not on the critical path, it's waste. Step 3. Block execution time. No interruptions, no messages, no meetings. Ford didn't stop the assembly line every 5 minutes for a status update. You don't either. Find the 2-hour block where you can complete your critical path work. Protect it. Anything that tries to interrupt gets redirected. This is non-negotiable. If you can't protect 2 hours, you can't produce output. You'll stay busy forever and accomplish nothing. Real example. Ford reduced Model T production from over 12 hours to 93 minutes by eliminating wasted steps. He didn't make workers move faster. He removed everything that wasn't essential. A worker used to walk across the factory floor to get parts. Ford brought the parts to the worker. Eliminated the motion, increased the output. You do the same. If you spend an hour each morning catching up on emails before starting real work, that's wasted motion. Move the emails to end of day. Start with output work. Your production rate will triple. Most people stay busy their entire lives and produce nothing of significance. Not because they're lazy, because they never learned to separate value from activity. Ford once said, "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste." He wasn't talking about working longer hours. He was talking about eliminating waste. You can work 10 hours and produce nothing, or 2 hours and produce everything. The difference is focus. The difference is knowing what output looks like and refusing to do anything that doesn't produce it. If you want to stop going nowhere, stop measuring how busy you are. Measure what you finished. Measure what left the factory. Output is the only measure that matters.